afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. With me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Engelville. Between in the south, we got Rubergruber fighting for the Wehrmacht, Deutschland. The 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend versus in the north, Sturmtiger Sagesix fighting here for the 11th Armored Division, rolling ahead towards Germany. We've got here Ostrom, elite troops and mobile defense with infantry, machine gun and panzer bulletins versus advanced emplacement, mobile assault regiments and vanguard operations with infantry, sapper and anti-tank gun bulletins. Double pioneer for Rubergruber, rushing it down the territories, seizing left and right versus Sage. They can't quite, of course, push out troops initially that fast, but still trying to counter it nonetheless. Of course, right here Rubergruber figures out, alright, eastern side of the map is where Sagesix will be putting his initial focus. Also got an MD42 there, which likely indicates he's going to pull perhaps a bit of a gentle fox move, skip tier 1 and go straight into tier 2. I mean, he might have kept Awesome to just play that way in a slightly different manner, but in this case he's doing it solely with Pioneers and MD42s. So that's a little... Sorry about that, still dealing with the cough, though it is improving. Either way, he's sort of trying to use the Pioneers to sort of try and push into a quick tier 2, likely fill up with some light vehicles, the tier 2 of course being rather popular as of late. So of course have to see how that works. I actually got a universal carrier on the way for Sagesix. They haven't been in the game for some time, he's been utilised much, but thanks to the fuel drop, well, they're probably seeing a bunch more usage now to a certain extent. I mean, not wild usage. I've yet to see, for example, someone go for like 2 universal carriers right off the bat, but I am seeing more of them, so who knows. Eventually there's going to be someone who's going to try pushing down that avenue of approach. So 2 sections, 1 Vickers universal carrier to sort of follow that up. Got the fuel point here. Rubergruber has yet to go for it, using Pioneers to grab territory. MD42 sort of guarding some of the territory, moving on up here. I'm going to use this building here perhaps, so just cover around the area there. Bit risky though, but I mean, sort of consider if things go wrong, he can more easily escape through here, but you know, something could still go terribly wrong. Universal carrier there arriving for Sagesix, rolling ahead there on its tiny little treads. Almost got the fuel point there. So far, no huge engagement between both sides. Both sort of hoping to rush ahead for the next tier in a interesting fashion there. Platoon command post up though first for Sage. Not too unsurprising. The Brits can pretty much always sort of hit the next tier fastest. No real competition there. There we go, the Bren gun firing rate, killing poor Dieter, leaving him to die. And Jürgen too. Not looking good, and there we go, charging through the bushes. MD42 can't even respond, the other one hanging about here. Might catch some Tommies out in the open. Interesting to note, well, he actually has forced it to sort of cover the area here. Seems like he's very specific, just covering that area in the victory point, but willing to actually allow the enemy to creep up that way. Early fuel cache there for Rubergruber. Like to make a nice company up for Rubergruber as well. Clearly got some kind of a deeper plan in mind here. Gonna be interesting to see what Rubergruber is brewing there for the Wehrmacht in his Hexenkessel. We got Sappers out there. We got a 2-2 on the way there for Rubergruber. Not a bad response there. Certainly has gone a lot more popular after just getting a small health boost. Should be able to quickly hunt down the universal carrier and deal with any other nasty. And holy moly, he's actually using the MD42 to rush ahead for the fuel point. Very bold move here by Rubergruber. Very bold. Taking advantage of Sagesix sort of just setting up here along the fuel points there by the borders of his own territory. Can't say I was expecting this, and I don't think Sagesix was either. So what will come next here from Sagesix? What will come next from Rubergruber, who's now going a bit more on the offensive? Mines position to take care of any mines, of course, that could have been laid down by Sage. Hasn't had much time to put them down, but doesn't hurt to be thorough and to be cautious. And then MD42 is just running around corners here with the universal carrier, allowing time for the 2-2 to arrive. Oh dear. Not looking good there for Sage. Rubergruber quickly joining the tables there on him. Biggest opening up, 6-pounder gun on the way. Bofors being second there. Could he be planning for an advanced emplacement regiment? Since that one tends to be rather what most people go for, though in theory he could mix it up close up with the other regiments. Section there sent running. First doctrine chosen there for Rubergruber, and it is elite troops. Interesting. In particular because he currently has absolutely no units that can take advantage of their abilities. He's got no grenadiers, or panzer grenadiers, or stormtroopers, and thus he can't take advantage of the stun grenades or the G43s. I wonder what he's planning with it this early on. I mean, he can soon get smoked and can actually soon kill in stormtroopers, so call in, not killing. Bit tricky to do that fast talking with a cough drops, my apologies there. Lost infantry, we've got stormtroopers called up here for Deutschland. He's going to try and hold the area here, the point, and perhaps keep the enemy off the victory, the MG42. Bit risky there, bit risky. 2-2, there's a mine in the way, need to clear it out. Could use the 2-2 by the way to shoot the mines. Mine went off, they're killing half the MG42 crew. Pioneers moving up. Woo, really just doing it as slowly as possible. It's almost like, they're just tempting fate there. Hey Dieter, see how slow you can go before some mines go off. Are you nuts? Yeah. Quick concussor grenade there, he's going to run for the MG42 as well. No, getting to the building, 6-pounder gun moving it, 2-2 pulling back. More sappers around there for Sagesix. Stormtroopers doing what they can there for Deutschland. We'll be calling up more stormtroopers. And there we go, we got mobile assault regiment for Sagesix. Got flamethrowers on the way for the sappers. Moving in from the north there. Territory lost here in the west. Rubergruber seems to be moving towards the east. And there we go, he actually secures the MG42 right under Sagesix's nose there. Almost loses the stormtrooper squad in the process. Looks like he gets away with it, and the MG42.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Come on, get us out of here. I said it was a bad idea to grab that MG42, but no, you had to do it. Herr Sturmbannführer. But I'm not a Sturmbannführer yet. Yes, we know you want to be one, you asshole. Got buffers going up here for Sagesix, right in the middle of everything. Going to try and set up a sonar control there. Stormtroopers more infiltrating here. But there you go, 2-2 can disrupt in this case. Sagesix, I think, set it up a bit too recklessly there without ensuring a secure perimeter. Other storms squad their battered base, need to reinforce alongside the other MG42s. Up here, the storms being pulling away, they're going towards the west again. Pioneers moving up, clearing out the mines to ensure no 2-2s run it over. Sappers moving up with a mix of flamethrowers and minesweepers. Stormtroopers apparently moved up a bit before they were ready. Sturmgewehrs on the way there for the Stormtroopers. It's the SS Panzergrenadiers. Pioneers, they're losing up. The minesweepers certainly not helping on their combat performance. And there you go, double MG42s they're opening up. Saving the day for the fatherland. For now. Let's two on the 2-2 by the way. And there we go, buffers is up. It does allow him to actually control this area of the map quite nicely, and in theory you could also cover the area here with suppressive barrages. Of course, I have to see what he actually plays for using it. And it'll certainly make it a lot harder for Rubergruber to utilise his 2-2, for that matter, any number of 2-2s, since the buffers can quickly poke them full of holes. And the 6-pounder gun can also do quite a nasty trick there. Stormtroopers moving about in the ditches there, hiding, ready to unleash hell in a matter of seconds. So right now Rubergruber's rather getting map control there for the larger part, though he's struggling to regain the western territories. And we've got both the infantry squads on the way there for Sage, increasing his infantry squad's firepower. That's only going to make the flamethrower chaps more formidable. And also note what he's doing there. He's using destroyed cover to basically clear up any sort of lines of fire, making it harder for the enemy to find any cover against the buffers, for example, or to creep up on it. Of course, it also makes it harder for his infantry. So, I mean, he's rather putting his eggs in a buff-horse-shaped basket there, if you will. Stormtroopers opening up here. We'll be getting more assault rifles, perhaps a Panzerschreck. Of course, I have to see what Rubergruber plays at there. There you go though, both forces firing away a suppressive barrage at the stormtroopers. Dietrich there falling dead, building taking some rather severe damage there. That's the both forces Nietzsche's hell in before opening up there. And we got commanders out actually, I think, infiltrating from the building right before it collapses and wiping the stormtroopers. Bit of a blow there to Rubergruber and the 12th SS 222 prepared. Stormtroopers doing some good damage to the section and then running there with their Sturmgewehrs. Which until late 1944, which saw some usage, but overall seemed to have been sort of more of a case-to-case basis and not specifically part of any sort of tables of organisation. It was only sort of later there they sort of saw with the Sturm units. Primarily with Panzer brigades and later Panzer divisions, I believe. MD-42 they're lost. Do not take those commanders lightly. In this case, Rubergruber being punished there for leaving 74 being on its own with no support. You probably should have pulled a bit back there once the commanders make the presence known with their silent Sten guns. There we go, to engaging quickly, taking on the sappers there, doing a bit of damage. But really some heavy losses there for Rubergruber. He has to take up though. He can go for the bomber core, and he probably can go for a Panzer rather rapidly after it's done. So right now Sagesix is doing a lot of damage there, pushing back Rubergruber and punishing. We've got another stormtrooper squad out here. Commanders moving up again, going to clear out another house there of Hans of Jerry's. In this case, nicely dodged. The commanders getting absolutely pelted there with heavy German fire. Half the unit goes down, and there we go. More cover being cleared out there. Clearing up further fields of fire. They're using the Royal Engineers. I mean, it's really a thing of underutilized ability. You see here, I mean, it makes it a lot harder to hide away from it. The Bofors, for example, though. There's quite an interesting ability there. I need more interesting uses there by Sagesix of it. MD-42 they're pulling back. This is the Stormtrooper one. There goes the bomber core up. He could go for an Austrian first, but of course he might feel like he needs a Panzer IV first because he's got absolutely zero anti-tank at the moment. In fact, he might even go for a Stug. We'll of course have to see what Rubergruber plays at and what Sagesix plays at. Sage, though, has yet to take up. He's got the resources for it, though, but he's sort of sticking around here in Tier 2. Making use of both those 6 pounds, of course, commandos. Sort of make gains on the ground against the Jerrys. U-42 setting up there. Also, a fun fact about the 12th SS, they were formed around a core of veterans from the 1st SS. Back when the division was put together, it was rather common German army standard where they set about creating a new division. They would take usually veterans from another division, use them to sort of form a core where sort of the fresher troops could sort of work around. For the most part. As of course later in the war was the case. But for the most part they did the best. Land matters out there for Sturmtiger Sagesix. Bit of rocket artillery there being added. There you go, pushing out with Sapper section and the 6-pounder gun supporting Panzer IV, though is on the way for Rubergruber. And the 12th section, Sappers there being suppressed by the MD-42. Shot after shot flying at them. Panzer IV slowly on the way. Stormtroopers moving out there with the Sturmgewehrs, closing in on veteran T2. Other thing about these, and there you go. Land matches unleashing hell. Firing away a massive barrage, threatening to kill most of the German forces there in the west.
Ready to carry out emergency vehicle repairs.
Quite a severe barrage. Stormtroopers doing what they can. There we go, pushing back the section. Ultimately has to retreat as well. We do have, what is this? A telemine down by Rubergruber here. Panzer IV almost done with the Panzer IV. The Rubergruber should have a really good chance of a save because, well, he's only got a single anti-tank, and if you can outmaneuver that with a Panzer IV, though, I mean, he can clear it out, steal it, wreck it, and overall our infantry will move a lot more freely now versus than Sagesix. We'll of course have to see what actually happens. Either way, Panzer IV they arrived, Pintermite machine gun on the way. Troops reinforcing, healing up. Gonna take some time before that land mattress is ready to fire. And there we go, engage the 6-pounder gun. Caught a bit of a bad position. Rather outmaneuvered on its own. The Panzer IV can deal with it.
Enemy forces are securing our
And in fact, most anti-tank guns suffer generally when first spotted by a tank. Their chance of survivability was actually very low. Since all it really took was just one shot in most cases, and the anti-tank gun and the crew were quite dead. There you go. Wiping it, so he's attempting to, there you go, recruiting it. Saging with a heavy can to just buy more time until no one arrives. To ensure here that Rubergruber doesn't remove, but of course as all of this is happening here, further troops are taking advantage of the chaos caused by the Panzer IV here to push ahead there. So a bit of a cause and effect here, and Rubergruber exploiting the effect caused by the Panzer IV to make gains here. Not bad at all. Really doing a lot of damage to that Panzer IV. We've got another 6-pounder gun moving in. They hold a bit too long here, but the other around the first one has to pull back here. And there we go. We also he's already repairing it to ensure, you know, he can't just completely wreck it quickly again. So a bit of a close call there for Sagesix, but he's able to weather the storm. And there we go. Veterans T3 for the 222. Almost wiping the saps. In fact, the stormtroopers will probably be able to help finish off the job. And there he goes, Sapper team wiping land mattress firing here. In this case, the German army had already left the area. Snipers on the way there for Rubergruber. Sagesix is inch enough yet to take up at all. It's not because he's lacking fuel though. He's got plenty of it. And that's one thing that is a bit surprising. He hasn't really tried to take up yet. That's definitely giving Rubergruber a chance to sort of push back. And that is currently what he's doing. Looking at anti-tank guns, infantry. Clearing up more terrain there again. Further fields of fire made ready. Mines going down there. And MD42 opening up here at the front. 2 minutes support a bit. Section charging into the stormtroopers. MD2 falling back a bit. And we gotta move up here. Pioneers moving in, but without a flamethrower, they won't really have much of an effect there. Panzer IV needs to be careful. Got the 6-pounder guns moving in to knock out that Panzer. To leave it burning by the side. Sniper moving up. There we go, getting some gun crews there. Sniped. And 222 keeping the flank here covered from any Tommies that might try anything unpleasant. In this case, the commandos are met with some quite accurate and nasty fire. Oh dear, might get the sniper though! Got the sniper before being forced to retreat there. Might get wiped. The Panzer IV was knocked out as well there. Rubergruber needs to be careful. There we go. Both anti-tank guns have been cleared out. Veteran 2 for the MD42. Sappers moving in, but now nothing to keep the German vehicles at bay there. They're a bit on their own, and there we go, seizing one anti-tank gun. Could seize the other one. Of course, could just wreck it with using the scout car, or the 6 anti-tank gun. Half 8 of veterans to 3 already on that MD42. Sections shifting a bit about, both forces remaining here. Sage has been able to keep most of the fighting on the western side of the map for the time being.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Keeping both victory points here largely. He is actually giving quite a lead there over Rubergruber. Rockets are almost wiping out the MD42 crew there, also flattening the 6-pounder gun. Really getting in some, for the most part, good barrages there. Stormtroopers taking heavy loss to the mine there. Nicht gut. He's got plenty of manpower. Could consider calling in some more support weapons or some more infantry. Another stormtrooper squad wouldn't be half bad. I know he goes for more snipers. And another infantry assault here from Sage. And the 11th Armoured.
The company command
Panzer
post
almost
is
ready.
finished and
Rubergruber,
ready to
anxious enough, not really counter-attacking hard here to defend his fuel point or his other points there. A bit surprised at that, really.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
You'd think he'd make a bit more of an effort towards it. Sage, on the other hand, has finally taken up. Could go for Crumble soon, could even try and play for a Comet. Without much greater issue there. Almost at 23. Stormtroopers heading eastwards to support the other Stormtroopers. In fact, both are now equipped with assault rifles. A lot of firepower there now available to Rubergruber's infantry.
Enemy forces are securing our
Section moving up there. Getting quite some nasty casualties in the process. Commanders charging in, but right into the 2-2 and the Panzer IV. A lot of firepower present. And the commandos are swiftly remanded back to their tea-flavoured abyss. Stormtroopers making good progress on the eastern side. Of course, there's soon going to be an obstacle they can't easily clear out. The Bofors. Section there with a lot of sandbags plus cheese bags defending the point here, but the Panzer IV swiftly takes care of that. Another massive rocket barrage here straight into the centre of Rubergruber's forces. So we could have actually rushed with this Panzer IV and cleared it out. There's absolutely nothing guarding it. Again, guessing Rubergruber's a bit paranoid. But this time here for the mid-game analysis in terms of damage. They're really close to each other kills-wise, so Rubergruber's got the lead. Though, so it's not like it's all bad, but territorially he's also slightly ahead, I suppose. But not by a lot. Army value-wise, I mean, he's really actually ahead here, but you know, looking at the battlefield, it doesn't quite look like it. But again, it's also in part because Sagesix is currently also floating quite a bit, though he's finally beginning to get some armor out on the battlefield. So it's not, of course, all bad then. Points held again, we can see that actually Sagesix got overall map control there. Capture-wise, again, he might be looking close, but actually not what's being held. Sagesix been sort of holding the advantage. Again, it seems to be, you know, the common trend, you know, again. If you take more losses, as long as you're playing cleverly, you can hold more territory. The other one, of course, was a bit better at doing the killing and so on, though. Might not quite be holding as much territory because you also tend to be a bit more the cautious player. Obviously, it's not always going to be completely that case. He's getting more armor out, though, so Rubergruber is building up for sort of a Panzer advantage over Sagesix. But of course, the question is going to be, will he actually be able to sort of take advantage of it, really sort of just trounce Sagesix and the Commonwealth? He needs to do more to actually defend his fuel point and sort of the area here. He needs to sort of launch some more assaults into the east. I mean, in that sense, he's reacting, I think, a bit too much to the Sagesix again, who is, to a certain extent, sacrificing men to basically defend the rest of his territory against Rubergruber, just constantly pressuring him here. And to a certain extent, it's actually working out. This Rubergruber needs to sort of break the flow of the battle at the moment. Otherwise, I mean, Sagesix could win this just in part, I think, just on victory points. So that'd definitely be a good idea for Rubergruber to try and break out of it. To launch some assaults to get rid of the Bofors and then can sort of really push into these, because that's then pretty much the biggest obstacle that exists there for his infantry on the eastern side of the map. Of course, another option would be to just try and attack Sagesix's base instead. Maybe knock out some of those machine gun bunkers, then hammer away here at the base buildings. He'll soon have panzers, and he can also move up the anti-tank and to support. After once the bunkers are done, he can move infantry as well. I mean, it's not very common in Companies 2, but you know, it was to a certain extent common enough in Companies 1, where, for example, some players would really heavily defend, for example, the eastern side. The other player would occasionally just take the western side straight into the base, do some damage there, and perhaps even win the fight that way. So it is an option there for Rubergruber to consider, though at the moment he's actively defending the path there. So, I mean, going for the east, not entirely bad idea either for Rubergruber. Half-track maybe to support would also be a nice idea. Otherwise, more mines and perhaps some more stormtroopers. For Sagesix, more armor is going to be imperative. Perhaps using some of his abilities a bit more. Perhaps a bit of advanced cover combat, doing an assault. More mines would also be good. And perhaps again, you know, consider turning the tables and actually attacking Rubergruber's base. Again, he's rather heavily here, so perhaps, you know, quick sneak in with some tanks. He could do a lot of work. Consider perhaps in a specialization, like maybe hammer or anvil, to sort of further strengthen his aims of destroying the German army wouldn't be a bad idea, and also consider perhaps some Bren guns for the infantry. That would also, I think, do Sagesix quite a bit of good. Beyond that, there's not so much else to really comment on, so let's return to the battle to see what happens. Panzer IV blitzing ahead there. Interesting, going for the mattress. The land mattress. Almost got a wipe there. Almost. Got it wiped at the same time. Oh, managed to reinforce that. Oh, got wiped.
HQ is under attack.
And we've got here Cromwell moving in. Panzer IV to pull back. Halfway to Brittany 2 though. Bit of damage there to the bunker. British force moving towards the east. We got the commandos or Storm Squad hiding about here. Well, not quite hiding, but could hide and set up for an ambush at close quarters, combining tactical advance that could actually quickly wipe any unit, I think. Second Panzer IV moving in, might try and counterattack here. Sappers moving in. Storm Squad hiding behind a tree. And trying to set up a mine, actually. Oh dear. He's not paying attention there. Ooh. There you go, got away. Had he used tactical advance, I do think he could have gotten the wipe on the surface. Wasn't quite able to get it there. Commanders actually popped a light smoke grenade. It doesn't sort of provide visual blockage. What it does is it provides light cover, sort of all around in the area. Does not quite say super effective, you know, everything, but if you really have to cross an area, you know, it can be useful, I guess. But it's not going to, for example, cover retreat or completely stop a machine gun from firing at you. Section then, a lot of trouble, building getting hammered. Ooh, barely gets out of there in the nick of time before the entire thing collapses. Ran over some poor devil there. Almost 32 for the Panzer IV. Cromwell hanging back, needs some repairs. Another 6-pounder going away there for Sagesix. Panzer IV rolling into the base again. Should probably have some support from the other Panzer IV. Land matches firing. A bit rare you actually see a player this often attacking into the enemy's base in a battle, to be honest. But here we are. Trying to get that land mattress actually allowing the Cromwell to shoot at him.
The enemy cut our supply line.
There we go, almost got the land mattress. Other Panzer IV, there should be much support. We got the 6-pounder gun somewhere nearby. And there you go, got the land mattress. 6-pounder gun moving up, though, forcing back the Panzer IV. And the other Panzer IV in there probably could have gotten the land mattress sooner, maybe done some damage to the bunkers. Still, that was pretty interesting, pretty somewhat impressive there for Rubergruber. Bunk trench down, section out in the open, has to retreat before it's too late. We almost got the G3 and the MG42 manned by the stormtroopers. So Rubergruber's beginning, I think, to some extent actually control the map. Again, having the arm advantage numerically is definitely paying off there. Sagesix is not quite responding yet to that, I think. I mean, he could go for Firefly, he could play for a Comet, he could also just go for a bunch more Cromwells. I mean, the options are very much there. The question, of course, is what option will Sagesix take in response to Rubergruber's play? Rubergruber can, of course, just get more Panzer IVs. He could also mix in some Stugs. That would also be an option there to consider. He's attacking the base again. He's going for the bunker now, actually, more specifically. Could we actually be seeing sort of the preparation for a large base, or even got an anti-tank gun supporting? My god. This is rare stuff. Oh, straight into a mine. Franz stumbles over dead. Must have been internal organs on the ground. 6-pounder gun sitting up there. Go, gets off a good hit on the Cromwell. 2-2 still actually operational. I haven't seen that in some time, but guess this Rubergruber forgot about it, and so did I. I'm guessing Sagesix as well. And there you go, we got hammer. It's hammer time. Down the road. once it gets the manpower. But we're capturing the east. I mean, overall, Rubergruber has been shifted his base attention towards the base, and it's last forgotten about here again. He never quite got that buff force out of the picture. Could have done that. It's a bit of quiet here. Need the sappers back to repair that Cromwell tank. Currently, I mean, if he gets that Panther 4 repaired and then makes a proper assault in the base, he could probably knock it all out. Never mind. He's got the crew planes. He's got a ton of munitions, to be honest. He should upgrade some of those sections with machine guns. But this is a very hands-free way of just getting stuff repaired. Just press a button and stuff gets done on its own. Third Panther 4 for Rubergruber. Trench slowly collapsing. I think one of the more common methods for a tank to just wreck a trench is just drive over it, and I think just on the spot turn, that way causing the trench to collapse. I believe I read some gruesome accounts of that happening on the Eastern Front. Did not end well for the poor devils inside the trenches.
Engine ticking over. Panzer 4 ready. Panzer 4 is ready for battle.
There you go. Third Panther 4 arriving for Rubergruber. Comet on the way for Sage. Stormtroopers moving in here, catching the anti-tank and crew. A little bit exposed there. Looks like the 6-pounder gun is getting away for now.
A capture point is being overrun.
Man on mine, another pair of stormtroopers dead. Those mines are really taking a toll there on Rubergruber. And the stormtroopers, but they got another direct run on the base back there again. I mean, this is quite interesting. You just don't see this level of attacking a base at all. Just sort of hit and run here and there. Just forcing Sagesix sort of counter defender. There you go, getting sections wiped entirely. It also makes it a lot harder for Sagesix to defend himself. Of course, he has to worry about here, and now of course here as well. So the Comet is going to help them. The Panther Force a bit spread out. We got a 6-pounder gun they're supporting here. Almost got another bunker. Almost got another one. Panther 4 being pulled back. Platoon command post close to half health.
HQ has been destroyed. HQ is under attack.
In fact, there we go. Sappers lighting houses on fire there to deny access to stormtroopers and the likes. Panther 4's going to need some repairs. I do think we'd actually cleared out the tanks there. We just perhaps made a more concerted assault there, but too late for that now. So now the 6-pounder gun is back in spot. They're grabbing territory there. Building being lit on fire. Panther 4 was in repairs. Panther 4's either there pulling back, being behind an MD-42 and the 6-pounder gun. No, I mean the 6-pounder gun. That's being pulled back as well. Rubergruber is floating quite a bit of manpower, but that's because he's at full pop cap. He's actually got a larger force now than Sagesix, but again, he seems to be a bit wary of Sagesix, worried he might pull off something really nasty. And it's lastly not committing himself to sort of large assault there, when he probably could just roll over him with one well-timed assault on the base even. But really, this is just so rare.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
I mean, thumbs up there to Rubergruber, and I just need to sort of actually exploit it. Doing some damage to the bull force. Tanks rolling back there to deal with the Huns. The Jerry's banging at the doors to the Empire. More telemines down here. He's worried that Sage might be moving back in that area. Right here, the Panther Force can't really engage a Cromwell supported here by Comet. The Comet just basically outclasses the Panther Force quite considerably, unless they have some veterancy. So right there we basically see the recruits force of ex-Panther Force, since the veteran Panther Force was not there at all. Bit of harassment here with the commandos. Sniper on the job though. Now sending in his Other veteran Panzer with the regular Panzer there always coming into contact here with the Comet and the Cromwell. Put it there. Almost veteran free. And before two, they're veteran to free. 11 kills for this Vaterland. And we got another Comet here for Sagesix. That's actually going to be some prompts there for Rubergruber. Two Comets could actually do a lot of damage to this Panzer IV force. Particularly since we've got one 6-pounder gun, so it'll work with that. But again, he actually got an option. Again, he could try and attack Sagesix base again. The tanks are all there. And there's a single anti-tank gun, but a full head-on assault with all 3 Panzer IVs could overwhelm the anti-tank gun and do some damage to the base. And there we go, he's actually attacking with infantry, using MB4 to support. Interesting, interesting. Though we got one tank here rushing back. 6-pounder gun, there's ready to defend. So we really got some action going on in there. You go, Panzer IV's rolling up against support. Plus a 222.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
Now that seems a bit more risky. MG42 needs to pull back, almost wiped out. Cromwell half health, but there we go, second Comet arrives. First Comet pulls back, probably might try and counter-attack here. Commander ready. And there you go, Panzer IV taking nice hit there from the Comet. Cromwell moving up, 6-pounder gun moving in as well, other 6-pounder gun covering. Panzer IV blitzes back, other Panzer more moving in. Comet's attacking. Panzer IV misses at that range. Come on, Wilhelm. Cromwell moves it. Oh, straight into the Tellermine. Misses the Pioneers. Has moved into the Tellermine then. Oh, Panzer IV trying to blitz away. Misses though. Misses. Damn close there. Grenades going off. Almost got the 6-pounder gun section. Commanders moving ahead. 6-pounder gun there. Could send him a bit closer. Cromwell or the Comet hits the Tellermine. But Rubergruber's got no forces to spare to actually deal with it. It looks like a section was wiped. Almost wiped. Panzer IV moving to deal with the Comet. Needs to be careful though, we got the other tanks moving in sort of as support. Vetti 2 then, the Vetti 1 actually. Comet, oh, straight to the Tellermine, out of control. Panzer IV almost down, there we go, down to the Comets. Bit further finding a storm from the almost while we got the sappers. Sagesix taking him hit, and there we go, we got a Tiger Ace out for Rubergruber. The ace has arrived. We got a mine here, by the way, back on the spot. Panzer gun needs repairs. We got, there we go. He's quickly popping vehicle repairs, unaware that the ace has arrived. And there says Tiger Ace, hurtling towards the British lines. And we got another land matches out there for Sagesix. Comet slowly being repaired. Tiger Ace rolls ahead. Not quite supported though. Careful. 4-6. 4-6. No. He's going straight for the mine. He forgot there was one there. Ah, hits the mine and it's heavy engine damage. Right. Right in front of the Comets and the 6-pounder gun. He pops smoke, but that also prevents his ace from firing back. And the problem is they know where the Tiger is, so they can just attack round inside of it. So he only made the job more difficult for himself. Almost got the Tiger Ace. Oh dear. Almost got it, 6-pounder gun wrecked. And the ace goes up in flames. No. Veterans are free for the Panzer IV. One ace to replace the other. Stug on the way. Land matches finding away here. Right on the supporting anti-tank gun there for Rubergruber. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, if your opponents lay down a mine in one spot and you already hit it, expect them to put down a mine there again. Vice versa. If your opponent sets off a mine once, another one will probably work just as well. It's one of those weird mental gaps that exist in players.
Mortars are ready to create smoke screens for any vehicles that need crew
More
repairs.
sappers on the way there for Sagesix. Rubergruber just took one hell of a series of losses there. He's also lost some of his stormtroopers. He's down to just one squad again. And there we go. We got a Sturmgeschütz out. Also noting, by the way, both comets are now veterancy too. They are now more accurate and that's more likely to kill stuff. This is bad news for Rubergruber. Quite bad news. And he's still got the larger armoured force, but he's losing a bit of advantage as the tanks, they get more veteran. And we're taking a nice hit. Another hit, they're down to half health. Careful with those comets, they are nasty. Panzer Force, they're rolling back. Rubergruber is fleeing in the face of the British armoured assault. Same time, Sabbath's pushing forward, getting halted by an MG42 there. One Strook moving in, but that's not necessarily going to help much. And the Bofors is back in action, bombarding there the German infantry, going after the sniper and the MG42. Oh! Almost wiping the MG42 there, veterancy free. Could actually get it. He got it! He actually wiped the MG42 veterancy free there with a suppressive barrage. Stuke doing a bit of damage there. Sappers fervently working to repair. Panzers, on the other hand, not being repaired. 6-pounder gun moving up here. Rubergruber in a bit of a tight situation there. Another Stuke on the way there for Rubergruber and Deutschland. Sniper almost 52, machine gun there on the Stuke. Comet moving ahead. Good hit on the Stuke. Panzer IV moving in support. Buffers firing into the side of the Panzer IV. Please be careful not to expose the rear armour. They almost got the Buffers there. Comet pulling back. Mine went off! Panzer IV with a heavily damaged engine. Buffers down though. Finally, Buffers down. Oh, the Comet moving in. It's the first one pulled back. And we got a barrage going down here as well. Preventing any infantry support there. Stuke almost knocked out. Pack 40 crew almost. There we go. Wiped by the land matches. Infantry taking losses. Stuke trying to escape here. Target the weak point, Helmut. Ah, scheiße. Panzer IV in a lot of trouble. Could wipe it with the Comet. Pack 40 the crew, so that might actually be delayed a bit there. Almost 52 on the other Panzer IV Comets pulling back here. Almost veterancy free there. And we've got here legal crew repairs to speed up things. Another Stuke there for Rubergruber. Another land mattress. Right there around where the Panzer IV's being repaired, home to catch some of the pioneers, I imagine. He's actually got 2 land mattresses now, moving up here. Engaging the German infantry home to get some wipes. The Panzer IV's just blindly stumbling around. There we go. Both Comets striking. And there we go, using emergency war speed. Right past the Stuke. Comet misses. Veterancy free. And we got a grenade off. Lots of them actually. And apparently stuns the tank. Didn't know they could do that. Veterancy 2 there, and there we go with that. I think Rubergruber's spirit is actually broken. He gives up. Not quite sure why, but I can only imagine he actually thought, he was in a lot more trouble and just, stopped right then and there. When his forces have taken quite a bit of a beating, but you still got somewhat resources. In terms of PopCap, the forces are close to each other. But that's the thing, about the game, you can't see, the exact state of your opponent's forces. most of the time. And so, of course, you sort of have to imagine what the state is in this case. Rubergruber imagined Sagesix being a much better state than he was in apparently, though I would say they're about roughly the equal same shape and sort of composure of their forces, but with one damaged tank, basically being effective, the other one half health is infantry. His infantry having seen much better days, and his opponent's got 2 veteran defeat comets. I suppose you can't blame him entirely for thinking, he's in a lot of trouble. But really, I think this is overall, despite, the slight, anticlimactic ending, because that was rather what it is, it was a pretty good fight. We saw, really, base attacks on a scale you just very rarely see. He actually attacked it, he did damage, he wrecked out bunkers. I think he committed more, he could even have knocked out Sagesix there. We saw stormtroopers, we saw, I think, some concussive grenades, land mattresses, flanks, assaults. We saw a bit of everything. We saw buffers sort of managed to control a large chunk on the map there as well. So I thought it was overall to a large extent an interesting fight. Though again, anticlimactic, but still interesting. And again, we actually saw some base attacks, which again I think was one of the highlights there of the fight. Had Rubergruber attacked more there, could have probably done better. Perhaps a half track support infantry, I think, would also worked out quite well there. Stormtroopers, he did alright there, but he should have used tactical advance. Really, tactical advance is a huge part of the Stormtroopers, so I think that was one missed opportunity there by Rubergruber. Sagesix, I think, played things rather well, managed to take advantage of his opponent to a certain extent, though he got a bit lucky at times there. I do think, again, he flowed too much munitions, should have gone for some Bren guns for his infantry. I think that would have done Sagesix a lot of good, to be honest. Perhaps some more mines, though I think he did do a good job mining there, and if he hadn't been for a mine there, that Tigress could have done a lot more damage to him than it actually did. So, not all bad there, but certainly a bit of an interesting fight with a bit of a curious ending. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match, and I hope you learned something from it. I do think there are a lot of lessons to be learned from this fight. And again, one of them is, don't underestimate your opponent, but don't overestimate them either. And that's just a big mistake you can make, to be honest. But also, again, do consider attacking the base. It can have surprising effects. Just, do it sensibly, not insensibly. And of course, again, mine once where, one mine went off. Of course, similarly, if one mine gone off in a place, always assume your opponent might have put down another one there. And overall, if you enjoyed it, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. Remember to like it. And if you didn't, send in provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dane. Cheers, thank you for watching, and up to you all another time. Bye.